Imagine if I told you that magic isn't just a fantasy, but a reality shaped by our beliefs. There's an eye-opening experiment that suggests we, with our conscious minds, may be altering the very fabric of the universe. In the realm of physics, particles like light are thought to travel in straight lines, while sound and heat move in waves. But does energy traverse space in a linear or wave-like manner? Consider this. Photons, much like electrons and atoms, are human-made representations used to understand physical phenomena better. In a groundbreaking experiment, a photon cannon akin to a sensitive laser was aimed at an obstacle with two openings. The cannon started shooting the photons, and after traversing through the two openings, the panel behind detected an interfering pattern, typical to those of waves. The conclusion was, light traverses space not in a linear form, but in a wave form. However, the scientists weren't satisfied, so they wished to observe just how that happened. And so they installed a photon detector in front of the obstacle. After they resumed the experiment with the detector in place, the wave-like structure disappeared and the photons suddenly behaved like physical objects, going in a straight line. The experiment repeated in different ways, and the scientists discovered something shocking. It wasn't because of the detector that the particles behaved in such strange ways, but because of the person who stood behind it and observed the process. It was observed that if there was no scientist present, the results will showcase a wave pattern. But if someone observed, it would turn into a linear pattern. For more details over the experiment, I recommend the link in bio, since it will show more explicit details. No, this is not promoted. This was a blatant show of the human mind modifying the laws of physics based on their own beliefs. The respective scientist believed his entire life that light travels in a linear way based on mathematics, but now that it was proven otherwise, the laws of physics changed briefly to fit the scientist's will. Is this the reason why there are so many contradictory discoveries in science lately? Why there are so many loops and holes in physics that we simply can't find any other explanation than, the world is changing by the second? In that case, just how will the laws of physics change in the future? And just what direction will it take? Even so, all of this will raise another question. If even the very laws that make the universe wish to obey us, just what makes us still so weak that we even end up self-destructing with doubts and fears? At what point in time have we started forgetting and doubting all about our strengths and focused so much on our weaknesses that we ended up hating ourselves for no good reason, wishing death upon ourselves and everything around us? Just what happened? And why are we still doing it? Laughing and shouting die, kill, destroy with such glee like some blind madmen? No matter the answer, if the end meaning will be that's how reality is, then it's nothing more than a sad and pathetic excuse. We as humans are much better than that, and if we don't start to believe so, then that faith for weakness and hopelessness will be what will bring us only destruction and sadness. Since what controls our fate is nothing but out-faith.
The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. Bruce Lee.